Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today we're on the Greenbrier River, just outside of Hinton. We're working on a slide room. It is a Power Gear, which has been bought by Lippert like everything else. We're changing the gear packs on this today because one of them was slipping and chewed it up pretty good. Didn't break any teeth off, but chewed it up pretty good. And so we're just going to go and change them both. And the most important thing about doing this is the fact, I'll show you when we get under there, but what happens is the top of the square tubing where the mechanism slides in and out, it gets bent. It gets hooved up on top and allows the gears to separate, and they start slipping, or they start slipping and they make that bend. I don't know how the sequence goes, but I just know you got to try and straighten that out. I brought my porta power with me today. I have done it with just a crowbar and pieces of wood and stuff, but I brought my porta power today, so hopefully that'll make it a lot easier. And if you this customer likes to watch, and I got no problem with that, and if you hear him hacking and coughing a lot, don't pay attention to it. He has sacrificed his lungs working in the coal mines to keep your lights on and my lights on. So you know, that's the price a lot of coal miners pay in order to keep our lights on. So just don't pay attention to that, look over it, and we're gonna go over here and we're gonna get started. And y'all hang on, this ought to be fun. I've never thought to bring my porta power. I've had one for quite some time. I've used it a time or two, but I thought, hey, I'll take that porta power. So yeah, let's get started. Here's where I was talking about that we'll get a crown on it. There's a little nylon guide on the top on both sides, and this one is not as bad as some I have seen, but that square tubing up there will get quite a bow on it, and it allows, as soon as I get this put back together, you'll understand, because I do have the old gear pack out. I was here a couple weeks ago, took it out, took it with me just to make sure when we ordered parts we got the right parts. So now I'm here to fix it. So get y'all set up here somehow, somewhere. Here's one of our new gear packs. It's gonna go right up in there because this has a gear on it that matches with that. And one thing I am gonna do before we go any further is I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna measure the room from the room to the side of the camper to make sure the room is square right now before we put the first gear pack on. So let me go do that, and then I'll be back. To square this room up, all I've done was took a 12-inch crescent, put on that drive bar, because that side's still hooked up. This side is not. So when I turn that drive bar, I can move one end of the room without disturbing the other end. That's how I timed it. It was pretty close, and now it's within a 1/4 inch. You ain't gonna get it no closer than that. So now I think we need to jack this part up just a little bit, get our new gear pack in there, and then when we get all that done, then we'll go on top of the porta power and try and bend that down just a little bit so that these gears will, it'll make sense here in a minute. Y'all just bear with me. It'll make all kinds of sense. Y'all are just completely in the way. What I'm gonna do is put this gear pack back up here and put these bolts back in there. Maybe when we get to the other end, you'll be able to actually see what I'm doing. So, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna get y'all out of the way. I'm gonna get this end put back together, and then we'll move on. All right, well, there it is, all put back together. And actually, man, there's like no crown on top of it, on top of that square tubing. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to bend that down any or not, but we're gonna go over there, change the gear pack on it. Hopefully you'll be able to see. I got a better place to set y'all out there, so let's go to the other end. All right, yes, the light is a little better on this end. You might be able to see what's going on, or you might not. hard to say at this point. So like I say, we have not disturbed this end yet. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and jack this part up to take a little pressure off these bolts that hold that gear pack in. That way we can get those bolts loose. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get those bolts loose right now, get the nuts off of them before I get my blocking all in the way. Try something new. I'm gonna be smart. Hey, y'all be nice. All right, now we can jack this thing up and get some pressure off those bolts so we can slide them out. Of course, it always helps when you tighten the valve up on the bottom of your jack. That's all it takes. Don't take much to get the pressure off them. So those bolts will slide right out now. Now there's a 1/4-inch bolt over here in this timing bar that hooks the timing bar to the gear pack. So I got to get that out. Then we can slide that. We can slide that gear pack off right now. Let's do that. Might be easier to get to that bolt. And there's that 1/4-inch bolt I was telling you about. There's the gear pack. There's the part number of these gear packs, but now they make different ones. These are the 15-tooth versions, and I don't know how many different ones they make, but it's a few. It typically goes by the number of teeth on this gear pack, and I'm kind of thinking that they make different diameters. Well, of course, if it's got different number of teeth, it's going to be a different diameter, right? Yeah. I was under just now and noticed that the battery died on my camera, and the customer sitting out here messing with this gear pack, he found out that this bushing right here in this side plate, it don't turn. So I don't know if that was contributing to our issues, because this side didn't want to turn and that side did. well, it's gonna make that side jump and strip the gears and stuff. So I don't know. I probably never would have found that, but customer did. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know when my battery died. I just looked at the camera and saw it was blank. But we got the bolt. We got the bolt in the timing rod put back in the gear pack. Now we're going to put the gear pack back. Can you see it?
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm there now, I believe. Yeah, there we are. Okay, now we got the first bolt in there. Stick a nut on it. Yep. Yep. So the other side, I had to take and put the jack under the gear pack, that ear on that gear pack. All right. Well, that's easy peasy. We'll have to go old school on that back bolt. Bolts are tight. Let's let the jack down and see how much crown we have on top of this one now. A little more than we had on the other end. So yeah, I think I will get the porta power out. Take a little bit of that crown out. All right, got the porta power out. It's just a hydraulic ram with a lot of different attachments. That's we'll call that a duckbill attachment. I got a board up here to go between the frame and this outside where there's a support, because there's nothing in the middle. Okay, so let's see if this thing's gonna fit. Customer's gonna work it for us. I'm going to go ahead and put a little pressure on it. Oh, hang on a minute. Maybe I can go from the other side. I don't know if that's going to work, folks. No, it ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna have to go out with the crowbar like I've been doing for the last 25 years. I thought maybe we could use a power tool, but yeah, not this time. Let me go get my crowbar and see if I can take a little bit of that crown out of that thing. Got the old crowbar out. See what we can do with it. It's a little bit better. I don't think I have to do the other end. I'm gonna go back down there and look at it again, or we may move the room a little bit and then look at it. We got a little bit of crown out of this end. Now the customer's gonna try and run the room in, and we'll see if it pops and jumps and carries on like it used to. And once it gets it all the way in, we're gonna see if it's square. It's way better than it was, folks. Way better than it was. Bad thing is, this sits on this river lot down here. He runs the room. What's that? About 6 inches. Okay, do you need help? I tell you what, this room is, this camper is only 6 years old. And like I say, I was saying a while ago, he runs the room out in the spring and in the fall. And I can't believe how, I can't believe how wore out this thing acts like it is. Hold up, Matt. All right, I think we're out of time, people. Grab my tape measure. God, about 7 3/8. And we got 6. So yeah, we're way out of time. So I'm gonna have to take one of those bolts out of the timing rod, move the room, move one end of the room and get this thing back in time and see what it'll do then. Well folks, that one's done. I'm gonna be real honest with you. It's because the only way I know how to be. That did not turn out as well as I would have liked. We adjusted the room a little bit. We timed it half a dozen times, kept jumping time. Finally figured out, you just gotta help one end of it. This front end right here, somebody has to kind of push on the room, whether you're going in or out. The other person pushes the button, it goes in and out perfect. We had it in and out 2 or 3 times, in and out perfect. So sometimes you just need a little help from your friends. And this is one of them slide rooms right here that needs a little help with a friend. So don't y'all be unfriendly. Get down in there in that comment section, leave me a comment, a criticism, a concern. I'm gonna go up the road and fix another one, but while I'm doing that, would you please go to my new website, hillbillyrv.net. Check that out, check out all the links going on there, and sign up for the email. I'm not going to spam you. I'm not going to sell your email to the Chinese. Not going to do that. But I would like to be able to stay in contact with y'all when I got something, some news to give you or whatever, and y'all can be in contact with me. So let's use that resource, and yeah, let's all just move on with life. And I'm gonna finish picking up my junk here, and I'm gonna go up the road. Y'all have a fantastic day. Oops. Jack has to be square underneath what you're jacking up to. Where'd that other piece of handle go? Oh. I couldn't see it. Well, it's got to be closer up in there before I slide that bolt in. Y'all bear with me. It's my first day on the job.